NaLyssa, to start with you, how would you describe the growth in your game that you've had, throughout this season, and then tonight in particular, what got into you in the second half just to be dominant?
I think it's just the will to win. I feel like, we're fighting every night just to get a win, and, it comes down to everybody has to perform. So I feel like it's just me, wanting to win, doing everything I can to win. So I think that's what it is.
Ida, what do you think of the way she performed? And there was a stretch there where it seemed like every rebound was NaLyssa's, the putbacks, the emotion, things like that.
I always tell her, if she come out aggressive, nobody can stop her. All three levels. She can shoot the three, she can shoot the pull-up, definitely can finish at the rim. So when she come out aggressive, we have a chance. And that's why we had a chance tonight, because nobody couldn't guard her in the first 2 quarters. And even down the stretch, she just was killing. So her word is aggressive. Even coach constantly remind her just to be aggressive, because when she's aggressive, things open up for us.
And then you talked numerous times about having a chance, and this season feeling different because you're in these games and having chances. Right there again, how motivating is it? Maybe, I don't know if say frustrating is the right word, but just...
It's frustrating.
But yeah,
frustrating is the word. It's frustrating. It's just that we just got to lock in. I think that's a constant conversation. We, in these games, we're 1-6?
2-6.
2-6. At least 4 of those games, we are right there, like a 2-minute, stretch, or even like seconds. So it's just us just locking in, and just wanting to win. You know what I mean? People keep saying we're young, and I get that, but it's only so many times we can keep saying that. Just really us, we just got to lock in.
Can you point to, for either of you, can you point to anything specific when it comes to those final minutes and not being able to close it out, or is it kind of just a general ability to not lock in?
No, I don't think we just not locking in. It's just the little things. Just being ready when they take the ball out, being a step closer. It's just the small things. I don't think we're not intentionally just not being ready.
This is for any of you. How do you kind of turn that frustration that you're experiencing with the not being able to close out games into results on the court? What are the steps that need to be taken to do that?
Well, we got another game in 2 days. So it's something where it's like you go to sleep at night and you got to flush it. So it's like we focused on Washington at this point. We're going to come out and we're going to try to get the kill. Like you said, we in every single game. So sooner or later, we're going to figure out how to finish these games. And we got another game in 2 days, so we got to let it go.
Another game in 2 days, and 2 days later we got another game. So
right.
We can feel this one. We can be frustrated, but we have to move on. But when we do get over the hump, it's going to be nice. Yeah. And we right there.
Also for either of you, this was the first game I think we saw Aaliyah struggle a little bit. How did you see her react to that, or how did she fight through that today?
I don't think she struggled. I think Brittany Griner is one of the biggest players in the world. So it's just being able just to adjust. She does have the length over her, but I think she played fairly well. We can't control foul calls. We can't control what the ref does. So I think that the foul calls kind of, had her in and out of the game to where she couldn't get a rhythm or flow of the game. So for me, I don't think that she had a bad game. It's just when you can't play if you're not on the court, and we can't control what the refs are doing.
Got another one, James.
Yeah, this is on a tangent. Obviously, the conversation after the incident with BG yesterday was about chartered flights. EW, you've been in the league quite some time. Do you think there is a competitive advantage to chartered flights, or how do you define a competitive advantage, I guess, from your perspective?
In my opinion, strictly my opinion, I think we deserve charter flights. But at the end of the day, it's an ongoing conversation. We've been talking about this for years. I think the incident that happened in the airport just solidified that we do need charter flights. BG's in a tough position. Even for me as a friend to BG, it's just tough to see something like that after the experience she went through. So for me, I think it should be for everybody around the league. We shouldn't have to deal with that.
Yeah, I know the league was, just to clarify my quote, the league was saying if it's a competitive advantage and no one can do it, do you view that? How would you define what a competitive advantage is? I don't know, because it feels like the home team always has a competitive advantage if you're not traveling. If that makes sense.
I don't have a comment on that, because that's just the comment that's in the air about competitive advantage by flying. My opinion is I think we deserve charter flights. I don't care about a competitive advantage or not. That's my strictly opinion.
Christie, what do you
Recording in
think
progress.
changed, I guess, down the stretch, being right there, maybe not getting over the hump like you did a game ago?
I think 26 points in the fourth quarter is the big hump, and that's what we keep doing. We keep up giving, Chicago, it was 29. Vegas, it was 28 points in the fourth quarter. We are not doing what we have to do to lock people down and get a stop at the end of the games, and it's killing us. It is really, it can't come down to that. We go on an 8-0 run, they call a timeout, and then they tie us back up. I mean, we can't keep letting that happen. Like, we can't get comfortable. We're getting comfortable when we get leads, and then they come right back, and then we can't get it back. It's the fourth quarter and our inability to get stops.
And then what do you think of NaLyssa in that second half, particularly in the fourth quarter, where it seemed like she was just flying around, doing everything to obviously give you all a chance to win?
Yeah, I mean, NaLyssa had a great offensive game tonight, 29 points. She was on the boards, 6 offensive rebounds, huge for us. She's got to continue to do that every night. She's just a mismatch for whoever they put on her because she's so good around the basket as well. And then AB is a really good passer, so you can stretch with her and let Liz play on the inside.
AB didn't get a chance to really be out there a lot tonight and maybe struggled more in this game than any other she's had. What were the conversations like with her just to kind of get through it? And these are the growing pains that she'll probably have to go through to, be the player that everyone thinks she will be.
Yeah, I mean, Brittany Griner's the reason. That's a tough. Yeah, that's the reason. It's a tough matchup. She's a great player. She has great size. This is new for AB, just figuring it out. I want to go back and watch some of her fouls that she was called on. We've been really working on wedging people out, keeping high hands, staying vertical. Just want to go back and see kind of where we had some breakdowns and she picked up some quick fouls that put her on, that had made her have to sit down.
Yeah, and what do you do, kind of going back into getting comfortable, what do you do to make sure they're not going to get comfortable like in the future in 2 days when you have to play Washington?
Yeah, that's the fun part of this league. You don't have time to dwell on this heartbreaker right here. We're going to come back. We're going to watch some video of this game. We're going to watch some Washington, go through some walkthrough and mostly recovery and rehab. That's kind of what it is about right now for us with Washington and then Chicago on Thursday.
Is being able to kind of flush this game out, is that helpful with another game in 2 days?
You get another opportunity to show what you can do, but right now this one still stings. This one, we had put ourselves in a really good position and then, gave up 26 points. Had, our defense, we needed to put pressure on the ball. We had made some adjustments that we never got to one time, and that's frustrating. I talked to him at the end of the game just about we've got to be more disciplined when we have adjustments that are made, and everybody has to be on the same page. And if we need to do one thing, and if it's to keep BG from turning middle so she sees the floor, then you've got to do whatever you can to keep her from seeing middle and seeing those shooters on the weak side.
Got another one, James.
And what do you think of Lexi Hull's defensive performance, particularly in the first half, maybe in the second half as well against DT, just making it hard on a player, obviously, that you can't shut down but slow down?
Yeah, Lexi's, she's one of our best defensive players. The one thing about Lexi that we really have to continue talking to her about is she's so aggressive and she wants to go for those, she'll gamble a lot and get out of position. I thought she did a good job tonight against DT, just doing exactly what we needed her to do and keeping her positioning between DT and the ball. And if it was a ball screen, she knew she had to get over it or blow it up with a dribble handoff. She did a really good job with that. I thought she stayed real disciplined.
All good, everybody? Coach, thank you so much.
Thank you.